Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said cognac, ooh, ooh. I said cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm your bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed.
I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we are here at Social Life Magazine's fabulous event. It's also a cover, the launch cover of Beth Shak Leventhal, and this is a fabulous charity event to actually support the Jed Foundation. And I am here with this gentleman who is going to introduce himself to the camera and tell my audience his name and what this event really is all about.
Hi. So my name is John McPhee, and I am the Executive Director of the Jed Foundation, and we are a charity based in New York. We work nationwide, and our focus is on protecting emotional health and preventing suicide for teens and young adults.
Interesting. Now, tell my audience how Beth brought you on board to do an event here tonight.
Yeah, so we met Beth now, about 2 years ago, maybe a little bit more than 2 years ago, and she really, cares so deeply about the cause, the emotional well-being of teens.
Because she's a mother, that means a lot. When you become a mother, your children are really everything. They come first before anything else.
Yes, yeah, I understand. I have a 21 and a 19-year-old. And so really Beth became very involved with us, and we've been working with her since that time. Yeah.
Now, how long have you been involved in this foundation?
Me personally, it'll be 5 years, a little bit later this year.
Okay. Could you tell us about the programs, about the individual programs that can actually help people out there that have children, young adults, young teens that are suffering from depression, and that are withdrawn, and how we can get them out and to resolve those issues? Can you talk a little bit about that?
No, I sure can. So the first, I guess, just to frame the issue. So the teenage years and young adult years are a time where most major mental illnesses will first emerge, and ultimately, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 4 people will struggle with a mental health condition.
It's depression.
Well, it's depression, anxiety, eating disorders, substance abuse. I mean, it's a lot of different things.
Children today suffer from so many things because with their peers, they have to be skinny, they have to look a certain way.
There's a lot of pressure, and I believe there's more pressure than in generations before because of technology and sort of this, ubiquitous media, the internet. It creates a
Facebook and social media.
Yeah, it creates a different kind of pressure and stress, and so it can be hard. And often young people who are struggling are not certain what's wrong, and very often don't speak up, right? And so what the Jed Foundation does, we do 2 things. We work with schools, in particular colleges and universities, to help them assess and strengthen all the things that they're doing and can do around reducing risks of substance abuse and suicide and promoting emotional well-being and mental health. And then we also educate the public about teen and young adult mental health and what are the things that we can all do to support emerging adults, and to let them know that it's okay not to be okay. right?
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's okay not to be
No
okay.
one's perfect. We have to really instill that nobody is perfect, that we're living in a world that, I mean, we look at these magazine covers and everything looks so wonderful and everyone looks so perfect,
Right.
but honestly, nothing is perfect, and we have to stress that too with these young adults.
That's right, and that everyone's going to struggle. It's part of the human condition, right? Everyone's going to struggle, and just like when we have a physical problem, back pain, say, right? You might try to get through it for the first few weeks, but if it continues, you're going to go to the doctor, right? And we need to think the same.
It's funny because I suffer from back pain.
Right. Many people do. But we should think about, our emotional well-being and mental health the same way. And if we find ourselves struggling that way, that's normal. It's going to happen, and it's really important to seek help and to take care of yourself. And I'll say another thing, which I think might be the most important thing, and that is, for all of us, if we have a gut feeling that someone else is struggling or someone else is in trouble, you should believe your own gut instinct and ask them, right? Ask them, are you okay? I'm concerned. Can I help? Can I listen? And that's a really, really big
I'm going
part.
through that right now, but the person I'm dealing with is not a child. She's an older woman, and she's going through such terrible struggles, really. And I wish I could help her, you know.
Well, I'm sure you are by
Just
trying,
listening,
by
by
listening.
just yeah.
Listening and being there, right, are really, really
Even if they
key.
fight you tooth and nail.
Even if they fight you, right? Being there is tremendously helpful. And if you're ever in a situation where somebody, though, does express suicidal thoughts, right, then you need to get them help, immediately. But with a situation like you're describing, being there really matters. You should know that you're helping.
Sometimes I don't think I'm helping. Sometimes I think nothing's happening, but maybe you're right. Maybe I just keep
Yes.
praying and pursuing.
Yes.
I want you to tell my audience where we could go to support, where we can go to donate,
Yes.
and where we can go to contribute. What is the website?
The website is jedfoundation.org, and we are a charity, so we do rely on donations to do our work, so we'll be very, very grateful for anyone that does donate.
Bad. Just give me a kiss, darling. Don't go away yet.
Okay.
We'll be back in a moment, darlings. More interviews coming up. Keep watching. Pink Champagne Kisses. Okay, now. Welcome back, darlings. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we are here in Bridgehampton, and we're here for the launch party of the new issue of Social Life magazine, and it's all about Beth Shak Leventhal having this wonderful charity gala. It's all about the Jed Foundation, and I'm here with this young lady who is a supporter, and she's going to introduce herself to the camera.
Hi, my name is Michele Lanfrank, and I'm the brand ambassador and director of business development for Metropolitan Aviation, and we're a very, very proud sponsor. We are
Tonight's event.
Yes, of tonight's event. We're big on supporting mental health issues, as well as Beth. She's fabulous and wonderful, and we're just thrilled to be here.
I'm thrilled that you are here, darling. Now, you are very enthusiastic about tonight's event. Tell my audience why.
Well, like I said, mental health is a crisis going on in this country and world, and it's really affecting the youth, and we want to do whatever we can. And Metropolitan Aviation and the owner, Alan Cook, is avid about supporting others and giving back. So it's very important that we, do outreach like this and connect with different brands and organizations. So we're grateful.
Tell my audience about this company.
So Metropolitan Aviation is an incredible aviation company. It's a classic. It's classic aviation mixed with everything that you can ever imagine. So we do fractionals, we do hourly, we do cards, you can own your own jet for the price of a fractional that you get from other companies.
Really?
Yes, people don't realize that.
How much is it these days? What does your own private jet go for?
You can own a jet from anywhere from $500,000 all the way to $50 million and up. I mean, people think they get a fractional for $1 million. They don't have the same crew. They don't have the same jet. But for $500,000, you can buy a refurbished jet and have your own private crew, your same jet every time, and then we actually charter it out for you to offset the cost by 60 to 70%.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really a luxury, but it's people don't realize how economical it can be.
And safe, too.
Yes, very safe.
With the world that we live in today with terrorism, I think more and more wealthy people are inclined to maybe have their own private jet. They don't have to worry about a terrorist, coming on board and threatening their life. Right? Isn't that true?
Very, very good point. And we hear that a lot from our owners. It's a very good point.
They don't want to deal. They don't want to deal with the going through the airlines and going through customs and checking in, and they don't want to deal with that. They just want to feel. I mean, of course, when you're flying in a plane, there's always the danger of crashing, no matter what plane it is. But at least they don't have to worry about terrorism.
This is true. Thank God our safety record's incredible. The CEO and owner, like I said, Alan Cook, has over 20,000 hours of flight time, which is probably top 3 in the world. And we're one of the only companies that you actually get 2 captains. We don't have a co-pilot. So you have 2 captains flying the jets.
That's interesting.
Yes. So it's important to us. The safety is our number one. It's probably our number one focus.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Yeah. Now, tell my audience, if we want to learn more information about how we can obtain our own private jet and become a jet setter so we can travel all over the world, where can we go? What is the website?
It's metropolitanaviation.com. Again, metropolitanaviation.com. Okay. It'd be a pleasure.
Thank you, darling. Give me.
You're fabulous. Mwah. Mwah. Thank you for having us.
Don't go yet. We'll be back in a moment, darlings. More interviews coming up. Keep watching. Pink Champagne Kisses. Welcome back, darlings. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we're here at Social Life Magazine's launch party. And I'm here with one of the important sponsors of this event. It's all to support the Jed Foundation, and I'm here with the owner of the Metropolitan Aviation, and he's going to introduce himself to the camera.
My name's Alan Cook.
Alan Cook.
Yeah,
sounds like a movie star's name, Alan Cook.
Not really, I don't think so. But
now, tell my audience how you became involved with this company, and why did you decide to become an entrepreneur of this particular company?
I learned to fly and decided I wanted to own my own private jet company, and so we built a business. We have our own maintenance department, our own hangars, our own fuel. Our own pilots, flight attendants, the whole 9 yards. So
it's truly fascinating what you're telling me about aviation, and that now you can own your own plane for not much more than $500,000. That's not that bad, really.
Much less than you think that you can own a fractional jet. So you can own your own private jet for less than you can own a fractional jet with some of the conventional people.
And you have some clients, I'm sure, that are extremely famous that own their own planes. Am I right about that?
We do, yes.
Can you reveal any names or no?
No, I probably shouldn't.
You probably shouldn't. What about John Travolta? Is he involved with your organization, your company?
We do some work with him. He owns his own airplanes and he's a pilot. Bill Murray, Judge Judy.
Judge Judy. Yeah. Interesting.
She makes a lot of money.
We know that, darling. We know she makes a lot of money.
But we have about every celebrity, that there is.
Have inquired about Metropolitan Aviation.
They fly with us. And
they do fly with you.
We had on one Friday evening, we had Nancy Pelosi on one airplane. We had John Boehner on one airplane. We had Wayne LaPierre on one airplane. We had Vice President Cheney on one airplane. We had the Queen of Jordan on one airplane. So we have a lot of different.
You have a wonderful list of celebrities that own a plane. Now, tell my audience, what is the most expensive? What would be the most expensive? How much would someone have to pay for the most expensive plane there is?
We did an around-the-world trip, starting out in Boston, then to Kazakhstan, then Bangkok, Koh Samui, Chiang Mai, Vietnam. So we went around the world. It was a $670,000 trip.
Okay, so it's not per se the plane, it's more like the airfare traveling to all these different locations.
It's a destination, yes.
It's a destination, I see. And can you tell my audience, for that price, what would the consumer get as do they get, top-notch everything?
Everything. Just everything they want, everything they need.
I mean, if they want champagne, caviar,
Everything.
There's no limit.
No.
That is amazing, amazing. Tell my audience, where can we go to find out more information about your airline?
MetropolitanJets.com.
MetropolitanJets.com.
Travel around the world. We go everywhere, everywhere in the world.
Anywhere your heart desires.
Everywhere in the world.
Anywhere your heart desires. Give me a kiss, darling. And we'll be back in a moment. Don't go away yet. We'll be back in a moment with more interviews coming up. Keep watching. Big Champagne Kiss.
Cause of death is suicide, right? And age 18 to 25 is the period of time where if you're going to have a mental health condition, it's likely to emerge. So it's really important that we're paying close attention and supporting our teens and young adults. And also the world is probably, I think fair to say, more difficult today than it used to be because of technology and social media and all of the new pressures. And so what the Jed Foundation does is we work with schools and we help schools set up what we call mental health safety nets. We look at all of their policies and their programs around things like how are they working with kids to develop their life skills and their resilience? What are they doing to create connectedness and belonging in the community? Because the extent to which we feel connected and like we belong versus isolated and alone is probably the most important thing, right? And I won't take you through everything because it's all online and you can find it at jedfoundation.org, but we do intensive work with schools, and you can go online and actually see the colleges that have made a 4-year commitment to work with us to support their students.
This I have written down thanks to Nikki. Here's Nikki. So I wanted to thank everybody for coming here tonight for this fun-filled event to support Jed. It is a really, really worthy cause, and it touched me beyond anything, and that's why I started supporting them. I really appreciate, as do they, your generosity, anything you're willing to do for them. And I'm hoping you're going to rebuy if whoever plays, because anything you do spend goes directly to them. I don't know how much you've seen about what this charity is, but it's amazing. They really do. They're in a lot of colleges, in over 3,500 colleges nationwide. They help educate kids in need, that if you're not there and there's a sign that needs to be picked up and your child is struggling, they're there, and it is amazing. So rebuy your chips, participate in the auction that's out there. I'm looking forward to the second New York event a lot in February at Cipriani's. I want to extend some extra special thank yous to some extraordinary people that are here tonight. The founders that are not here, but I want to thank them because they allowed me to start this event.
Welcome back back, darlings. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we are here at the launch party of the Social Life magazine. And of course, I'm here with the cover girl, Beth Shak Leventhal. And it's all to support the Jed Foundation. So, Beth, tell my audience about this event. I understand that you coordinated this. You helped get these people here tonight, the Jed Foundation.
Yes, I did. The Jed Foundation is an amazing charity. It's for mental health awareness for high school and college age kids. And unfortunately, Don and Phil Satow lost their son Jed to suicide. And what they did was decided to start a charity to educate high schools, colleges, to make people aware about signs of kids in distress. If your child went away to college and you're not there and you can't see what, a sign of something that might be a problem. I went to 2 of their events in the city, and it just really resonated with me, and I approached them.
You're a mother, that's
I'm
why.
a mother, exactly. So I approached them, and I said I wanted to give you my time, my name, and my money, and being a poker player, I hoped that they would let me found a poker tournament with them, and they were kind enough to let me do this. So, that's where this started. We had our first one last February in the city at Cipriani's, and now, I'm excited to have one in the Hamptons, and we're hoping to just, get awareness here, and, we want to have
That's why we're all here, to bring awareness on how we can support, how we can help people that are suffering from this
Absolutely.
depression.
Which so many people have depression, and
So, not just young people, of all ages.
a lot of people, and people.
Especially now with the economy the way it is, and everyone is struggling. It's very difficult right now. It's a very difficult time.
It is difficult, so it's great, and it's an amazing charity, and hopefully it's going to be something that we're going to have every year now. I'm having my second one in February, as I said, in New York, and I'm going to have one, next year here, and then I'm hoping to have, one in Las Vegas next, and I'm thinking all over the country, but, baby steps.
When you're doing your next poker, that's what I want to ask you. How did you get involved with poker?
Oh my God, the $1 million question.
It's a million, yes. What inspired you to become the number 1 poker player?
Well, I started playing because my ex-husband, it was his hobby, so I took it up just like you would take up golf, and needless to say, I'm now remarried to a different man because,
things happen, darling. Things happen.
Things happen. Yes, they do. So.
And you just became an expert at playing poker.
Well, sometimes things stick with you and you realize you're good at something. I mean, maybe if I would have picked up a golf club, I would have realized I was good at golf, but I was good at this.
Can you give my audience advice on, give us one advice about poker?
One tip.
One tip.
Wow. I would say patience. Patience is a really good thing to have. I mean, there's one thing I will always say, like, you can always lay down a hand, you can always wait for a better position, with anything in life. I mean, let's say you have a stock and, sometimes it's better to just go out and not sit there and wait for it to go back up. It's the same kind of strategy as, in business as it is in playing cards.
You also are a fashion designer too, right? Fashion designer?
I design my poker chip set. It's behind us. It's up for auction. I've designed. I guess I'm a creative woman. Creativity is, part of me.
You're very beautiful too.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
But if we want to find out more information about you as a poker player, as a expert poker player, as a fashion designer, Can we follow you? Do you have a Facebook website?
I mean, my fun is my Instagram. It's at Beth Shack. Yes, it's at Beth Shack, SHAK. I mean, I'm always having fun on Instagram.
What about Facebook? No Facebook?
I have a Facebook. I don't post as much on Facebook, to be quite honest.
Instagram.
So does everybody. I mean,
That's
right?
the newest thing now. Instagram. Full on Facebook.
Exactly. I have a lot of Facebook followers, but it's really Instagram, and now you can even put videos on Instagram. So,
Snapchat.
I have a Snapchat, but it's pretty much to stalk my kids. I'm sorry, even though one of them has me blocked. I'm not that dumb.
You're gorgeous. Give me a kiss. Thank you. Don't go away yet. We'll be back in a moment, darlings. More interviews coming up. Keep watching. Pink Champagne Kisses. Welcome back, darlings. I'm Cognac Wellerlane. We're here for the launch party for the new cover for Social Life magazine for Beth Shak Leventhal. And I'm here with this wonderful gentleman who provided some of the fabulous food that was here at this event. The steaks were amazing.
Thank you.
He's going to introduce himself to the camera.
My name is Josh Tanner, and I'm a partner in the company New York Prime Beef, and we're providing steaks here tonight at the Social Life magazine event.
Now tell my audience about these steaks. They're really amazing. I think nobody here has ever tasted steaks as good as this. What's so special about these prime steaks?
So we only deal with prime meat and Wagyu beef as well. So a lot of people haven't experienced either one of those. But the biggest thing about our product that's different is we dry age all of our meat right here in New York City in the Bronx. And we hand cut and hand select every single order as it's ordered for the customer. So we have prime beef that's grown in the Midwest. It's got fantastic marbling. It's delicious meat, great quality. We've got both bone-in and boneless steaks like your rib eyes and your porterhouses and all the steakhouse classics. And we also offer Wagyu steaks. And Wagyu is actually a Japanese.
Delicious.
It's delicious. It's everyone's favorite, I think, tonight. And it's a Japanese breed of cow. And it feeds for almost twice as long as a regular Angus cow. And they develop it completely differently. So it gets all that rich fat inside the muscle. And you had it yourself, and it's almost like eating butter.
Oh my God, I died and went to heaven.
And we call it the best steak on the planet, and we stand by that. And we think everyone here would agree it's the best steak on the planet.
Now, how did you get involved in this company?
I've been involved in all kinds of natural foods companies in the food industry for many years, and a partner of mine and I were working on another business in the meat industry, and this opportunity came up, and when someone said they wanted to serve nothing but the best steak, period, and hand cut that and manage it so carefully for customers, we thought that sounded like about as much fun as we could have.
Everybody is loving these steaks. Me, and of course Beth, who's on the cover, and naturally Jill Zarin. She's her and her husband Bobby. Jill Zarin, of course, we all know her from the Real Housewives of New York. She's loving every.
She's ordering with us tomorrow. Yeah, so we'll be selling her some
Her
steaks.
next party is going to be you, darling. Her
Definitely.
next party is going to be you. She loved. I heard her talking. She was telling me all about it. Tell my audience, where can we go to learn more information? Do you have a website?
We do. So you can go to www.newyorkprimebeef.com, all spelled out, NEWYORK, or you can call 1-800-STEAK-NY. And we take orders over the phone, we take orders online, and we're open to custom. So anything you want, we can do. If 28 days isn't quite enough, you want 40, we'll age yours a little bit longer. Everything's cut when you order it, never frozen, always fresh. So the best steak on the planet. Just give us a call and we'll get them for you.
You're gorgeous. Give me a
You
kiss.
as well. Thank you.
Don't go away yet.
Okay.
We'll be back in a moment, darlings. More interviews coming up. Keep watching. Pink Champagne Kisses.
Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe, fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. It's been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.